Syndicate, and Kit is on the barrow, and we are looking for an opportunity. Fish apparently are down this end. A couple of fish were caught last night in this swim, or the next swim down, so yeah, wind's been blowing up here now for 24 hours or so, and the fish moved up here on it. So yeah, before I jump in this zone, I do want to try and see some fish, because so far I've been here about an hour, I haven't seen anything. So rule number one is you've got to be where the fish are, so that's what we'll do. I did just have a quick lead up in the next swim, just in case we go in there. Basically it's clean and clear pretty much everywhere. I think you could cast a lead in there and be fishing pretty much anywhere. There's no weed, silty, clear. There are some firmer areas, but nothing really to worry about or write home about. You may remember this swim. This is the swim we were in last week, and we caught the tench out of. Now apparently someone has been in here last night and had 2 fish, so yeah, clearly we weren't a million miles away last week. But yeah, don't want to jump in here until I've seen something. I really don't want to commit to a zone without seeing something, so we're just going to hang out here for a little while more. Well, saying that, I've been here about an hour already and seen nothing, so personally I have my doubts. So yeah, I think I might have to get some eyes down the other end of the lake. It's actually really cold as well. It's supposed to be spring now, isn't it? But let me tell you, it does not feel like spring. Very cold westerly wind, and yeah, feels more like February rather than April. Yeah, here's the barrow. There's the gear still on the barrow. As I say, there is a rod off, just what I was using just to do a bit of lead work about 2 hours ago now. I mean, it feels like an eternity. And yeah, this is the swim where I was thinking we would be putting roots, but as I say, I'm not seeing anything, and I'm not fishing unless I see something. It's as simple as that. Whenever I see nothing, I always catch nothing. That's the reality. And these sessions are short. They're really short, and you know, a lot of people would probably be fishing by now. They'd be thinking, I'm going to get my 12-13 hours in. The longer the rods are in the water, the better. That's not my opinion at all. I would rather have the rod in the water for an hour if I had to, but if it was in the water for an hour where I'd seen a fish, that would appeal to me a lot more than having a rod in the water for 12 or 13 or 14 hours or even longer based on seeing nothing. still the wait goes on. Still we've seen absolutely nothing. You just could not believe this is the same lake that we were at last week. It's just absolutely insane, and it just fries your brain. It really does fry your brain. Well, that's fishing. That is fishing. Unfortunately, seems like the fish were showing last night. One of the members managed to spot an opportunity and he got his reward with a couple of fish, so unfortunately for me, the night that I've managed to get down here, there's just nothing showing. And you know, it's getting on 3 hours now that I've just been stood watching and observing and monitoring, just trying to eke out a show from one of these fish. But yeah, the longer this goes on, the less likely I think it's gonna happen. Well, this could be the shortest session I've ever done on here. And by short, I mean I've not even cast out. All the gear's still there on the barrow, and we're still seeing nothing. This is 3 hours now. 3 hours we've been on the bank. 3 hours we've been watching, looking, listening, straining our eyes, hurting our head, trying to eke out something, trying to see something, just a glimmer, just a show. And unfortunately, we've not managed to find anything, so I reckon another 15-20 minutes and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go home because, yeah, there's just no point. If I can't find the fish, there really is no point. So when we arrived here at about 5 o'clock this evening, I looked on my Garmin watch and I think I'd done 5,000 steps, and now I've just checked again and we've done 10,000 steps. So 5,000 steps I think is about 2.5 miles. So we've basically walked 2.5 miles up and down this bank, trying to find an opportunity, and we've failed. Ultimately we've failed. We've not found an opportunity, and yeah, it's quite depressing really, but it is what it is. We'll be back, and I'm sure next time weather should be a bit better. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get ourselves in a position to catch some of these fish, but fortunately, yeah, the lake is making me wait. Alright, we are back down the Syndicate. It's now last week in April, Tuesday night. Just got down here after work, and yeah, the fish are down this end of the lake. They're not showing en masse, but there has been a few show themselves. Did a couple of laps, there's nothing down in the shallow end. The only fish I've seen have been down to the left of this swim, so I've got the brolly up, got the rods in position, though there's not actually fishing yet. I've felt around with a bare lead just out there. There's a structure that's quite a big structure. It's about 15 feet wide. I say a structure, it's probably something like just rocks, maybe an old cobble road, I don't know. There's something down there of note, and I won't really want to fish on top of it because it feels really jagged and stony, and sharp, so it might just be a collection of rocks or something, but yeah. We've clipped up to 8 wraps, which is just the other side of that structure, and then about 5.5 wraps just brings us this side of that structure. So I think we'll have a rod at each of those distances, and then the third rod I think we'll just hope something sticks its head out. If not, then we'll probably go at 8 wraps, but I say the fish I've seen have been in this area, not exactly in this zone, but I do think they'll push this way during the night, and apparently last night they were directly opposite me, so yeah, you can always wang one across there. Guy who's fishing there is just doing the day, he'll be off shortly, so yeah, it's looking good. And there's not been any fish out now for, well, ages. I think 2 weeks ago. Oh no, sorry, a couple of fish did come out last week, but we're now over a week since they came out, so it's fishing hard. The water clarity has improved massively since I was here 7 days ago. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Hopefully as the sun sets, we'll start seeing a few more fish show in this zone. Hopefully they won't start showing further down the lake, but if they do, then of course we'll have to move with them. But for now, let's just get this third rod sorted. I just need to change one of the sleeves on the lead core because it split on my last session, so I'm going to get that changed and then we'll get some rigs sorted out. Okay, so we've got 2 rods out, 2 Bermudas, Krill Active bottom baits, 16mm bottom baits, short little KD style rigs, nothing fancy, and they're just on a helicopter set up with a mini heli safe on the bottom. Yeah, I do like to drop the leads when I've got a short rig on, especially on here, because it's not like we're on a runs water, you know. If you get one bite, you've done really well, to be fair. So yeah, certainly got no problems with dropping the lead on here. And then yeah, that's just fished on fluorocarbon slack lines, so I've put one out at 8 wraps, which gets me just past the structure that's down there, or the something down there. It's almost like a wall or something. It's really strange, but it's a feature. I wouldn't really want to fish on top of it, but as I said before, yeah, either side of it I think's good. So one at 8 wraps, which puts us just past that structure, and then there's one at just over 5.5 wraps that puts us this side of the structure. So we've got both sort of travel routes covered there, if you like, and yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm not really seeing much show, but it's yeah, it's just starting to, the sun's just starting to go down now, so with a bit of luck I might start seeing them show. I've got a third rod prepped So yeah, we'll just see what happens, I think, for the next sort of 30, 40, 45 minutes. And we've probably got another hour or so of daylight, I would say. It is a clear sky, so it might draw out a bit longer than that. But yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling positive. Oh, one just shown there. Well, that's very promising. That is very, very promising. I'd say that's about the range that my first rod went out at. Slightly left of where that went, but definitely on the same line. That's really, really positive. Really positive. That's a very good sign. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm just gonna give it another hour or so, and yeah, get that third rod out. If I don't see anything else, then I'll definitely put it where I've just seen that one show. But yeah, it's looking good, looking really, really good, especially now I've just seen that fish. Yeah, feeling really positive. And yeah, third one's just going out on a Ronnie rig, just on a bright yellow one. It's not something that I do loads of, to be fair, but it's the right time of the year for a bright one. The bottom baits haven't really, we caught a tench on it a couple of weeks ago, but the bottom baits haven't really come into fruition yet, so yeah, I think we'll just give the yellow pop-up a go, because probably going to cast it at a show like we've just seen there. So yeah, 2 rods on what I'm confident in, which is the bottom baits on the KD and the stringer, and yeah, the third rod on something different, it's a pop-up. So yeah, fingers crossed, we shall see what happens. Well, this really is such a stunning lake, really, in my opinion. Of course, everyone's got lakes that they like more than others, but for me, this just ticks all the boxes. It really does. It's close to home for a start. So, for example, tonight, I finished work at 4. I was here for about 4:30, and then in the morning when I pack up, I'll be able to get home probably in about 15-20 minutes, which is ideal. But moreover, outside of that, it's just a really, really nice place. Obviously, I'm not going to name the lake or the Syndicate, just out of respect for the setup, really. They don't really shout about it, so I'm not going to shout about it on here. But it's up in the northwest. I live in Manchester, so that's the kind of geography we're looking at. And yeah, it's basically on the edge of a town. Literally drive out the car park here, and within about 3 or 4 minutes you're in the centre of a busy town. So it's just incredible that you walk through that gate and it's just an oasis. I mean, it probably doesn't look like a big deal really when you watch the video, but to me it's just brilliant. I've come on here on a Tuesday night and there's like one other person on. It's just amazing, really. And the stock of fish is really good as well. I've said before, there's probably 40, 45 fish, something like that. A lot of them are over 20 pounds, one of them goes 36 pounds. Really nice old fish, so it does tick all the boxes. Maybe not necessarily at this time of the year because, bites are proving tricky, but I don't think it's going to be throwing out bites during the night at the minute, but who knows? I mean, got to be in it to win it. And yeah, we'll certainly be on site on here on the lake till probably 8:15 in the morning, so that gives us a few hours of daylight, probably at the best time of the day for a bite. So yeah, you just got to keep going, keep putting the effort in, keep finding fish, keep putting your rigs where you see fish, learning the lake, and I'm sure if I just keep doing that, things will come good. It did come good when I got on here last year. It took me a few sessions to find my rhythm and find where the fish were going, what they were doing, and eventually I got an opportunity in the edge. So yeah, I don't think we're quite at opportunities in the edge just yet. I think the fish seem to be remaining a little bit further out, but yeah, I'm sure once this year carries on we'll be good. But yeah, I'm told that historically May is a very good month on this lake, so we're not far off May now. I think May the 1st, I think, is certainly this weekend. It's May Bank holiday on Monday, so certainly from next week we're into May. So if that is true, then it should really be waking up at any moment now. Wouldn't it be amazing if we got one tonight? It would be just amazing. Well, yeah, it's not going to fish for 8 days, and then prior to that I think it was probably another couple of weeks before that it did a fish. So but yeah, it's got to wake up at some point, it really has, and I'm just here soaking it all up on a weeknight. Minimal kit in the swim. There's really not much kit here at all, just the essentials, to be honest. So yeah, rocking the new 100T, really impressed with that. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here, soak it in. I need to get this rig out really before dark. I've not seen another one show since that one about 30 minutes ago, so I'm going to give it another 10-15 minutes, and if I don't see something else, then yeah, that pop-up that's stood up against the biv, it's going to go straight out there where I saw that show. So yeah, that's to me, that's just confidence in a cast, really, putting your rig where you've seen a fish. I mean, it's what it's all about. There's no point being up the other end of the lake if you don't think they're there. So yeah, fingers crossed. Well, I've got a big moon tonight. It's not actually a full moon. The full moon is on Friday, and we're here on Tuesday, so we're in the run up to the full moon. I couldn't really tell you whether it makes much difference on here. So I did look back a while back last year and see if I could spot some patterns or anything, but I can't say I did, to be honest. But yeah, one thing's for sure is it's going to be a cold night, clear sky, but yeah, positive side, it's going to be a bright night because we've got the moon out. So it's not a full moon, but it's yeah, it's a big one. So yeah, in terms of the lake and the fishing, I did get that third rod out finally, just as it went dark. Got it out where I saw the show earlier on, and the good news is we've just seen one show pretty much bang on that exact spot about 5 minutes ago, so that's really buzzed me up. Really happy about that. So yeah, it looks like we've got watercraft and location right. Obviously last week we didn't see anything, so we went home, but yeah, this week we've stayed. got 3 rods out there, 2 on Bermudas on bottom boats, the other one just on a pop-up. So yeah, it's looking good. Be nice if the few more fish showing in the zone, and then yeah, it'd be really nice if one just dropped down and we got a bite. But yeah, for now, just really happy that we seem to have got the location right. So I'm going to get myself a nice herbal tea, and yeah, I'll sit back for an hour and yeah, just soak it in. Oh, there was a fish. That was a lot further out. You won't be able to see on this camera. I've got it set to wide angle. Yeah, one just lumped out on the other side. I could definitely cast there, but yeah, we'll just see. If they carry on showing there, we might have to, but at the end of the day, as it stands, I've got 3 rods very, very close to where I've seen fish within the last hour, so I'd be foolish to think about moving them, really. But yeah, it's all good signs. Well, what's the stove on? Well, not a great deal to report. However, about half an hour ago I did have a liner on the middle rod. Bobbin sort of lifted maybe an inch and then dropped back down, so not a massive liner. So that's promising. That was on the middle rod, and that is the one that's fished 8 wraps out, a little bit past the structure that's down there. So yeah, that's positive. Obviously something's moved down there. I'm using fluorocarbon. Oh, there's another show. That's literally 1 rod length to the left of that 3rd rod that I put out. This is looking really good. It is cold, however, and that wind is really, really brisk. It's going to be a cold night, but oh, man, I would love to catch one of these fish. Well, good morning. Woke up about 5:15. Just got the kettle on the go. You might be able to see there, one of the rods, the middle rod, is off the rest, and that's because we've had a fish. Looks like a high double. I think it might even be one of the 4 fish that I caught last year. One of the original mirrors. But yeah, we can't pick which fish pick up our baits. But a bite is a bite, and that is a massive win for me. Massive bonus. Work overnighter. Getting one in the net. Let's make a. I'll show you the fish. Mega fish. So yeah, I do think he is the same as the one that I had last year, but so well and good. I just had a brew on the go and the bite came. So yeah, we'll get everything set up. It's only just come light, really. So yeah, we'll just leave him in the net for a few more minutes. We'll get the net and the get the mat and the camera and the sling and everything set in position. We might not even weigh him, because I'm pretty sure that is the same fish that I had last year. But yeah, that's good. That's chuffed with that. Really, really happy with that. There's not been any fish out of this lake. I think there was 2 last week, 2 last Monday, I think. This weekend nothing has happened, no one's caught anything, so yeah, really buzzed with that. To drop on a work night, and yeah, just simple tactics again. Bottom bait straight from the bag and a stringer. Job's a good one. this is ridiculous. I was just getting the mat sorted to do some pictures and the camera out, and the other rod on the bottom boat has just ripped off as well. So we've now got 2 in the net. I've only got 1 net. Well, there we go. He looks like a really good one. So yeah, so I've just cut the line on both of them, so lead core and the rigs just drop down into the net. So what I'm going to have to do is get the sling and get them both into the sling together, bring them out onto the mat, fold one into the mat, and then bring the bigger one, I think, back down here. I think that sounds like a plan. I've just popped the other one back in the edge in the sling, because obviously that's the bigger one, that's the one I've not had before. Just going to pop the hook out of this, that out the way. Lovely stuff. I'll do some quick shots of this. Might just leave him in the net actually, and then I can carry him back down. He's got some leeches on him here. Try and get them off for him. That's another one. They just stick to them and they want to get rid of them. Yes. Already zeroed the scales. Managed to do that before. Definitely over £24. Struggling gonna get an accurate one. .24.4. Oh, beautiful. Not sure which fish that is, but pretty sure it's not the one I had last year because that didn't go anywhere near 24. What moments are these? Unbelievable. God, look at that. That is a worldie. Oh, look at that. £24 Northern Beauty. What a fish. Look at that. Got some parasites on him, we'll get them off. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh. What a beauty. That is mega. Overnight of magic. Oh, look at that. Let's have a look at his other side. I think the other side might be even better. Fish. What an incredible fish. Parasite there. Let's get him to there. Fish. A bit, honey. Might even be older than me. Look at that. Yes. What a beauty. Yes. Let's get him back. Well, the swim is an absolute mess, the bivvy is a mess, the brolly is a mess. Bits of rigs and lead core everywhere. That's alright, we can sort that out later on or another day. We're off the mark. Off the mark for the season, so yeah, just have a little recap whilst I get the kettle on. So yeah, so we got in here last night, probably arrived about 4:30, did a lap, had a chat with a couple of the members, one of the members, and yeah, we quickly worked out the fish were down this end. Despite there being an easterly, I thought they might be up the top end, but they weren't. So I thought I'd come in this swim, and I'd seen a few fish sort of out to the left, and one just to the right, so I knew I'd kind of got the watercraft side of it right. I knew we was in a good zone given where the fish were. Obviously if the fish were up the other end it wouldn't have been a good zone, but that's why we always do that lap first and make sure we get it right. So I know that one of the members has told me about a structure that's out there of some kind. We don't really know what it is. It could be an old wall or an old road or something. We don't know what it is, but it's quite wide, it's very jagged, very stony on top when you pull the lead across. And I just thought before I'd get rods in, I thought I'll just investigate that, because he has mentioned it a few times and he reckons it runs right along the lake. So I thought, well, I don't really want to be on top of that, because by all accounts it is very jagged, very stony. Wouldn't really be confident you'd be presented very well. So clipped up to 8 wraps, because I thought it was, I think he'd mentioned it was about 7 wraps. I thought, well, I'll go 8 wraps, we'll see what we've got. Really good land, just into firm silt, and then just pulled back, and I think when you got to about 7 and a bit wraps you felt it come onto this structure, and I think it is some kind of wall or something. It seems to come up and then it's bum 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 along this wall, and then eventually it drops off. So I got clipped up either side of that, so I think it's about 7 and a bit to the back of it. So I thought, well, if I go 8 wraps, that gives me a bit of slack there to try and get my line down as low as possible. So one went out at 8 wraps, and one went out just short of that, which was 5.4 wraps. That got me this side of the bar of this structure. So I don't know what it is. It's very, very jagged. So yeah, I put 2 stringers on that, 2 bottom baits with 2 Bermuda triangles, and yeah, they both went out really nicely. First cast, hit the clip, nice, felt them down really lovely. So they were set. I was happy with those probably by 7:30 last night. And then the fish continued to show to my left. There was a couple started showing down the other end, which was quite worrying, but then I did see more shows here. Did eventually see one to my left where I ended up putting the 3rd rod, and I put out a little pop-up, yellow pop-up, just because I hadn't caught anything up to that point on here this year, and I thought, well, it's the time of the year for bright ones, maybe they want a bright one. So anyway, nothing happened through the night. I did have a liner last night, about sort of 9, half 9, and then I had a liner through the night, and then this morning woke up quite early, about 4:45. I rolled out of bed about 5:15. I'm just literally sat on the bed, just crouched on the bed, just got the kettle on, and the middle rod let out one bleep. Bobbin didn't really move, and then about a second after that the bobbin just hit the blank of the rod, started pulling up tight, and it was away. So that was a big shock in some way. Not a shock, but you know, it's always surprising when you do get one on these short overnight sessions. So yeah, so that was good. I had that, probably fight went on for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so. Got him in the net, and straight away I noticed him as one that I'd had last year, one of the older original fish. It was actually the first fish I had last season. So yeah, you can't choose which fish pick up your rigs, but yeah, I was glad to get him in the net. And yeah, I just left him in the net for 5-10 minutes. I thought, well, there's no need to rush around. I'll just get things set, get the camera set, get the tripod set, and yeah, I was literally just doing that. Fish were still in the net, and the other rod, that was the right-hander, which was the 5.5 wrap spot, that one's just melted off, and that one was pulling hard. That was pulling really hard, and of course at this point I'm thinking, I've only got one net and that fish is in the net. So I've sort of panicked while I've got the fish on and gone up the bank, picked out the weigh sling, or the retainer sling that I've got, and I've put that in the water, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? There's no one else on. There's a guy around the other side, but I've not seen him all morning. He's probably asleep, so I should really have 2 nets, but honestly I never never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd even need 2 nets on these sessions. So, and a fish has just shown right out on that spot. Very, very interesting. So yeah, in the end, I've sort of thought it through in my head whilst I've got this fish on, and I thought, well, I'm just going to have to get him into the same net that the other fish is in. I thought that's probably the safest thing to do, rather than trying to bundle him into into a sling and what have you. So yeah, that's what I did. When he came up, I thought, wow, he's a tasty looking fish. Just get my sugar. So yeah, he's gone in the net, significantly bigger than the other one. I knew the other one was around the sort of 17-18 pound mark from when I had him last year. And yeah, this other fish was sat in the net alongside him, and yeah, it looked significantly bigger. So, and he looked like a really old fish as well, the kind of fish that you join this place for, to be honest. So anyway, I've got them both in the net. First thing I've then done is reeled in the third rod, because there's no way I could have handled a third bite at that time. Note to self for the future, really, bring the second net. But yeah, trying to cut down on kit and be more mobile, that kind of goes against what I've been trying to achieve, really. But yeah, so anyway, they've gone in the net, and I've just sat down to give myself sort of 5 minutes, and just, yeah, I couldn't believe what was happening. It was just, yeah, 2 bites, and not really much was showing this morning. Well, there was nothing really showing. I didn't see anything, I don't think. But I was still sort of rallying round. I was sat on the edge of the bed. I wasn't really on it, because I'd only just woken up. But yeah, I didn't really hear much in the night. It was a cold night. I think it went down to about 5-6 degrees. But yeah, we've got them fish out. So what I've ended up having to do is, basically, I've broke the net down with both fish in it. I've cut the line out the way and just dropped the leader and the rig into the net on both fish, and I've then basically bundled them both into the sling, which was a heavy old lift. Yeah, best part of what, 24 pound plus 18 pound, best part of 40 pound in the net. I can't imagine catching a 40 pounder, but that must be what it feels like. So yeah, that was a heavy old lift. And yeah, I've got them on, thankfully I've got my really big Thinking Anglers unhooking mat. So what I did, I put the sling on there, opened the net out, got the bigger one unhooked first, put him into the sling on its own, and then I've got the smaller one out and put that into the net. Oh, sorry, out of the sling, basically. Kept him in the net, lifted him out, put him back on the mat. So then I've got the big one in the sling, zipped that up tight, brought him back down here. There's a flap on the unhooking mat as well, so I could pass that back over the smaller one whilst I was down on the banks. That worked well. And yeah, I've dropped him in the edge. There's a nice little pole in the edge, which came in really useful. Another thing I need to bring is a bank stick for retaining purposes next time. But yeah, so yeah, we did some pictures of the original. I didn't weigh him because obviously the sling was occupied by the bigger one. But yeah, we've then done some pictures of the smaller one. We've put him back using the net, and then yeah, got my net put back together. Give myself another 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, and then we dealt with the bigger one. So he went 24.4 on the scales. But yeah, what a mega fish! A fish called Apple Slice. I didn't know until I checked. Just looked in the album before, and yeah, it's a fish called Apple Slice. You'll see exactly why that is. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, mega fish. So that fish could well be older than me. I don't know, but yeah, it's certainly one of the ones you join this place to catch. 24-4, and yeah, in my eyes, that kind of fish from a venue up this far north, it's worth every bit of some of them stunners you see from down south, but yeah, absolutely mega chuffed with that. It's such a buzz, it really is. I mean, these work overnighters are hard. They're really hard, in fact. Sometimes you don't get any sleep. You're freezing cold, like last night. You're trying to bring minimal kit, but then equally you want to be comfortable. All kinds of things. You're trying to travel light, be mobile, which then means you can forget certain things like a second net. But yeah, when it all comes good, it's just the best feeling ever. It really is the best feeling ever. And this is why we do it. This is why we go. So yeah, we're off the mark for the year. It's still it's the 29th of April now. So we'll be going into May this weekend. Hopefully, I can get back down tomorrow night. I won't be coming tonight because obviously, just with doing tonight, I struggle doing back-to-back overnighters. To be honest, it's very taxing. I find, for me anyway, not for everyone, obviously. Yeah, for me, I find it a struggle. So yeah, have tomorrow off, or tonight. Have tonight at home with the missus, and yeah, we'll probably go again tomorrow. I'll come back down tomorrow. Now, normally, what I was doing last year was posting pictures into there's a WhatsApp group that the Syndicate have. I don't think I'm going to post them in there, and that probably sounds a bit crazy, because I know people do jump on those kind of things, and I can't wait to tell everyone. And I am the same. I love doing my self takes. Hopefully the ones we've got of those fish are mega, but I do love sharing my self takes because I do enjoy doing them. So normally I would drop them in the group, but this lake's been very quiet through April. I started, I think it was the first or second week in April. I think this is my 6th night, something like that. And it's been very quiet. There's only been one or two others on. Most of the sessions I've had, it's just been the lake to myself. And I think that's reflected in what's been posted in that group, because there's not been many fish posted in there. I think there was 2 last week, 8-9 days ago. And then before that, there was a few out at Easter. But if you look at that group, through the summer, you'd think, oh, there's fish coming out every other week. It's, let's get on there kind of thing. But if you look at that group now, you would think it's not fishing very well because there's not much going in it. So the last thing I want to do is put those 2 fish in there, because I think that will bring people out, particularly going into May. May's going to be busy anyway. Be amazed if this place isn't busy during May, but we'll see. We shall see. So I'm going to keep them to myself for now. I will tell one of the members, because he's been an absolute diamond. He really has been a diamond to me. He's down the lake most days. He's caught most of the fish. He knows the place like the back of his hand, and he's just been completely open and kind enough to share information with me, which is just it's just off the scale helpful. He'll tell me what he's seen, where he's seen them, what he's had, what he's not had, where the fish have been moving, and that is so helpful, because like I say, I'm only coming down once or twice a week for a short overnight, and it is very difficult to, you can't have eyes on the lake because you're not here. So So yeah, really thankful for him. Obviously he told me about this feature that's out here as well. I think that's more useful for me in the sense that I could avoid it rather than fishing on top of it. But yeah, one just short of it, one just past it. Mega stuff. So yeah, we are chuffed this morning. We're happy. Got myself a cup of donk leads on the go, a cup of coffee. And yeah, we've just put one rod back out. So that one that had the pop-up on, I've taken that off. Just put a bottom bait on with a stringer again, same as what we've had the other two fish on. And yeah, we've just put that back out on the short spot, just because that did us the bigger fish. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. This is what it's all about. So it's now 7:15. Probably need to be on my way in an hour's time. So yeah, we're just going to enjoy this coffee, soak up the morning, because it's an absolutely mega morning. I'll just turn the camera around. Yeah, it's an absolutely incredible morning. Straighten this camera out. Yeah, there we go. Just the one rod fishing now. But yeah, so it's not a massive lake, it's all pretty short range stuff. 8 wraps pretty much gets you to the middle, I think, from here. Maybe 10 would be the centre. But yeah, just a mega buzz. I can't describe that feeling of when a fish goes in the net in the morning on a work overnighter. It's just the best feel. I mean, we all know the feeling of when a fish goes in the net, how good it feels, but to me it just seems that little bit more when it's a work overnighter. But yeah, no, mega chuffed with that, mega happy. It's one of the ones we really wanted. You look through the album when you join this place, and yeah, fish like apple slices, the one we've had this morning, they're the ones that you want to be catching. So yeah, just going to enjoy this cup of coffee now. And yeah, another half an hour or so we'll get packed up. But yeah, I've got a lot of sorting out to do on the old leaders and hook links and all that kind of stuff, but we don't mind when we've had a fish. So yeah, happy days. So I'm just sorting out the rigs and what I took out of the fish, obviously, when I unhooked it, and I just thought I'd show you what's actually worked for me on this session, which is pretty much what I've been doing on the previous sessions, but obviously this time we've managed to get exactly where the fish are, and yeah, we managed to catch a couple, but it's just a straightforward lead core leader, nothing fancy in that respect. I do need to check this out, make sure it's all still good, but yeah, and down there we've got heli-safe, just so the lead comes off. And I do want the lead coming off if I'm getting a bite in here, because it's not a runs water, I want that lead off, don't want it shaking that hook out. And then yeah, just a simple rubber bead up the line, up the lead core, and then the rig. Short 4 or 5 inch rig, KD style, nothing fancy. And then yeah, that is a bottom bait, straight out the bag. Krill Active, straight out the bag. Yeah, absolutely nailed them. Yeah, perfect. So that's that one. The other one's exactly the same, but I've actually cut the rig off that one just because it had actually gone through. It was so well hooked, the hook had actually gone through the mouth of the fish. I think that was the bigger one. Yeah, the smaller one was still hooked. Got that out with the forceps. The bigger one, the hook was that well nailed, it had just gone straight through. So I've just cut the line, pulled the hook out, pulled the braid out, so no damage to the fish. And then yeah, the remainders, what's remaining of the the hook, again, just fish the same way, KD style. But yeah, small hooks, size 8 hooks, wide gapes, just simple fishing. Just simple fishing, not overcomplicating things, not blowing our minds. This is what went out on the third rod last night, as I said, just to be different. And it is just a Ronnie rig, there's nothing fancy about that, just a yellow pop-up. But obviously, that's not what I'd be using normally anyway. It is always something along this line, so yeah, it's nice to get a couple. Even nicer to get them on the simple bottom baits and the Bermuda triangle, as we call it, or as Adam calls it. But yeah, it's effectively a stringer of 3 boilies and a matching bottom bait. And yeah, it's worked an absolute treat on this session, so I'm going to get these leaders put back in my leader safe, get the spinner, or the Ronnie rig, get that back in my rig safe, start having a little clean up and a tidy up here. Still got 1 rod out, obviously, but yeah, I think that bite time window has now gone, but who cares, I've had 2 fish and I'm absolutely buzzing. Look at that, 24-pound Northern Beauty. What a fish, look at that. Got some parasites on him, we'll get them off.